Dolly Parton's story begins in the Smoky Hills of Tennessee, a girl with nothing but a voice and a vision. Born into extreme poverty, she learned early that life was not kind and dreams were fragile. From her tiny cabin with no electricity to the crowded bed she shared with her siblings, hardship was a constant companion. Yet Dolly's spirit was unbreakable. Music became her solace, her way to rise above the crushing limitations around her. By 7, she was writing songs, and by 10, performing on local radio. Even as she faced hunger, shame, and ridicule, Dolly's heart held one unshakable belief. Her voice could carry her beyond the mountains. That childhood fire, forged in struggle, would define a woman who refused to accept no, and would later inspire millions worldwide. A girl alone in Nashville. At 18, Dolly boarded a Greyhound bus with $20, a guitar, and a dream, leaving behind her family and mountains that had nurtured her. She arrived in Nashville unaware of the cold reality waiting for hopeful musicians. The city was both a land of opportunity and a crucible of rejection. Executives mocked her voice and appearance, dismissing her as too country for the industry. Small apartments, stolen meals, and endless doors slammed in her face became her daily reality. Yet Dolly's determination never wavered. Each rebuff became fuel, each lonely night a reminder of what she had to fight for. She learned to survive with grit, relying on sheer willpower and the songs that poured from her heart. Every rejection was a test of her persistence and belief that her talent was worth the struggle, poverty, and humiliation. As teachers, Dolly's early life was marked not only by scarcity but also by humiliation. Her worn clothes and threadbare shoes drew ridicule from classmates, and the sense of inadequacy clung to her like a shadow. Yet these experiences shaped her empathy and determination. She understood pain, rejection, and longing on a level most adults never do, and she channeled it into her music. The harsh lessons of scarcity became training grounds for resilience. Music, family stories, and church hymns were her sanctuary, offering hope and inspiration amidst despair. The embarrassment and the hunger of her youth cultivated a profound strength and an unshakable drive to create a life of dignity and recognition, transforming childhood wounds into the emotional depth that would later define her artistry. The first breakthrough by 1966, Dolly's talent and persistence began to pay off. Monument Records offered her a contract, giving her a foothold in an industry determined to overlook her. Though restrictive and low-paying, it was a door, and Dolly pushed it wide open. Her first single, Dumb Blonde, became a defiant statement of her refusal to be underestimated. Charting at number 24, it announced to the world that she existed, that her voice mattered. The early success came with compromise, as the label sought to mold her into something more commercial. Dolly endured creative frustration, long hours, and financial uncertainty, yet each step forward solidified her determination. These formative years taught her the value of persistence, the importance of self-belief, and the courage to fight for her artistry, even when the odds seemed insurmountable. Porter Wagoner, mentor and master. In 1967, Dolly's journey intersected with Porter Wagoner, a country star whose show offered her national exposure. While it seemed like salvation, it quickly became a lesson in control and compromise. Porter provided opportunity and mentorship, but also demanded loyalty and obedience. He managed her career with a firm hand, often dismissing her creative instincts and controlling her song choices, wardrobe, and image. Dolly, grateful but constrained, felt both indebted and suffocated. These years were a complex mix of opportunity and captivity, teaching her that freedom and success often come with hidden cost. It was here she learned the art of diplomacy, perseverance, and the necessity of protecting her voice, lessons that would prepare her for the battles of independence that lay ahead. The birth of independence. Dolly's resilience reached a turning point in 1974, after 7 years of battling both the industry and her own constraints under Porter. Writing "I Will Always Love You" became a declaration of independence, a farewell to control that had stifled her spirit. Singing it directly to Porter, she reclaimed her autonomy and negotiated her release from the contract, even at the cost of borrowing money to buy back her freedom. This act marked a profound personal and professional triumph, demonstrating courage, foresight, and a deep understanding of her own worth. It was a symbolic rebirth. Dolly stepped out of another person's shadow and began shaping her own destiny. Armed with talent, conviction, and a clear sense of purpose, that would guide her rise to superstardom. Triumph in music once free, Dolly's career soared. She released I Will Always Love You, Jolene, Here You Come Again, and 9 to 5, each song a testament to her storytelling, emotional depth, and versatility. She seamlessly crossed from country to pop, capturing hearts with authenticity and relatability. Her music reflected real struggles, heartbreak, and the triumph of resilience, resonating with millions globally. Dolly's hits were more than entertainment. They were cultural touchstones, empowering women and celebrating perseverance. Every lyric she wrote carried fragments of her past, from poverty to battles for freedom. Her success was a combination of raw talent, unwavering drive, and an uncanny ability to turn personal pain into universal stories, securing her place not just as a musician, but as a symbol of enduring strength. Building an empire, Dolly's influence extended beyond music. By the 1980s, she had launched her own production company, gaining control over her music, image, and career. She became one of the first female country artists to own her masters, ensuring financial security and creative freedom. In 1986, she opened Dollywood, a theme park in her hometown, bridging her past and present. It was more than a business, it was a homecoming and a gift to the community that shaped her. The venture proved her business acumen and vision, transforming her story into a tangible space of inspiration. Dolly's empire combined art, commerce, and philanthropy, allowing her to write her narrative on her own terms and giving fans a place to experience the magic of her journey firsthand. Legacy and sacrifice. Dolly Parton's ascent came with immense personal cost. Relentless touring, recording, and public appearances strained her health and personal life. She carried the scars of childhood poverty, rejection, and professional exploitation, even as millions celebrated her. Her resilience lay in her ability to channel these wounds into art, maintaining authenticity while cultivating a larger-than-life persona. Dolly's work ethic, determination, and strategic decisions allowed her to convert adversity into opportunity, showing the world that brilliance often comes from struggle. She remained grounded, philanthropic, and deeply connected to her roots, proving that true success is measured not just in fame and wealth, but in the courage to remain true to oneself. The power of storytelling. Throughout her life, Dolly has used storytelling as both a survival tool and a bridge to her audience. Every song, performance, and public appearance carries layers of personal truth. She has mastered the art of turning hardship into narrative, transforming rejection into resilience, and poverty into perspective. Her ability to connect with audiences comes from her authenticity. She does not just perform, she communicates lived experience. By sharing her journey openly, Dolly empowers others to face adversity with courage. She demonstrates that storytelling is not just entertainment, it is a conduit for empathy, education, and inspiration. Her voice, both literal and metaphorical, continues to resonate across generations. Enduring influence. Dolly Parton's story is one of triumph against overwhelming odds. From a cabin with no electricity to international superstardom, she has navigated poverty, exploitation, and personal hardship with grace and determination. Her music, business ventures, and philanthropic efforts reflect a life dedicated to transforming struggle into opportunity. By claiming her voice, asserting her independence, and staying true to her vision, Dolly became an enduring icon of resilience and empowerment. Her legacy is not merely in songs or a theme park, but in the inspiration she provides to countless people who dare to dream, endure, and rise above circumstance, proving that perseverance and authenticity are the ultimate measures of success.